I am so excited to be here today. I have good news and I have all kinds of news, and I'm really happy to be able to be here with you people today. Now, the first thing I do want to tell you is that, and this can be called this and that chat on Tuesday morning because I'm checking in with you and I want you folks to know how I'm doing and what I'm doing. And you've heard the old saying, when it rains, it pours. And let me just tell you that it has really been pouring around here, but I am so glad that I'm on here. This really helps me to be consistent with the videos and to say hello to my friends on YouTube and TikTok. And I'm also on Instagram. I appreciate you folks. Please say hello and jump in here with any comment that you have while I'm talking. The video will not be long. Many of you do know that I have the little ghost book that came out called Move Cried Holy Smoke, a Ghost. It was written for the gifted children in a school system and has been loved by thousands of kids. And I don't really. I see the poster for it laying right there against all that in front of my great Uncle Johnny's book there. But anyway, anyhow, um, I do want to say that it has been a heck of a month, and it has been a heck of a couple of months, and I've had all things happen that can possibly happen to a lady in the deep south here. And I do want to tell you a few things that have happened. Muff is out. It did come out because Amazon loves me, and this book did come out in children's ebooks for ages 6 through 10 on Amazon KDP, and it was at number 12 in hot new releases, and it will be even higher than that before it's over. My books are always on the bestseller list. Yes, I am a self-publisher. Yes, I have been published by major companies in New York. I have been published by a great young publisher down in Florida, Mike Wilson, who published the original of that, in fact. And the book is now absolutely expanded. It includes a teacher's guide, a student's guide for writing their own book. How can that be any better? Don't you want your kids to get more out of Halloween than trick or treat or a few boos and laughs and squeals along the way? I'll talk more about that a little bit later on. Right now, my whole purpose is getting on here and giving you guys a little heads up on something else. Excuse me. Chug a lug, my friends. And now that's coffee. I promise. I promise that that is coffee. Now, the poetry book, the poetry guide that was once a PDF, which was a total flop for me, and I will do another PDF, and it won't be a flop because it's going to be something you really need. How to write a children's book and get it published is going to be the next one. But this poetry manuscript is turned into a book, How to Write Great Poetry. And in this poetry book, which is coming out this afternoon or in the morning, no later, it's turned loose to me, and I'm going through it right now to make sure everything's in place. And it is a simple guidebook. It is not some big academic presentation on how to write poetry. It doesn't include all the forms of poetry like acrostic or name poetry. It doesn't include everything you need, but it includes what you need to write great poetry. It includes what you need to become a best-selling American poet. And it is called How to Write Great Poetry, and it will be on Amazon. And it will be cheap, I promise, because at this point in life, money's important, but it's not the most important thing. People are. Um, in the last week, let me just tell you something about in the last week, okay? And I see somebody trying to come back. Come on, people. Where are you? Where's my tribe, okay? Where's my gang? Where's my group? Come on. Hello, come on, say something, people. Jennifer, if you're looking at this, say something. Brenda, where are you? If you are looking at this, say something. So here are my plans. The poetry book comes out. Then I have a fabulous book on how to stop piling stuff up in your house. I want every one of us to clean up. And I have a really humorous, fun book with a list of items that you could use in your home. Ideas for cleaning up. One of them is hire a maid, and I do have some really fun ideas coming up after the poetry book and the declutter book. I have some really fabulous creative projects coming up. I will announce those as I go. Back to what's happened to me in the last month or two, and then I'll end this video for today, and you'll say, oh my God, a short video, how wonderful that is. 1 week ago, I was driving, and I told my oldest son there, we need to go back to the house because this car's not doing right. It looks like steam coming up from the hood, and I don't want to ride through town like this, although people would laugh and say, there goes Miss Peggy. We got it back home, but it was a busted, we say in the South, water pump. Thank you, Napa and my hometown, for delivering me another water pump. And it was expensive, but it did go on my car yesterday. And my wonderful helper, which I thought he would come in and I would get to put him on the video, and I will put him on the video the next day or two, so you younger ladies can see what a handsome young man is helping me. His name is Eric. He put the water pump on the car, and now we got in the car and it wouldn't crank because the battery is dead. You know how it goes. I do have some new kittens that I found out in the wood. I'm working with them. I'm going to town in a minute to get a new supplement that I'm going to try on them. They don't have a mama, so Lord God, that is something right there. And here's my horror story, okay? And I want you all to just say a little prayer for me that I will be able to understand and have some peace about this. But I was left high and dry, like a lot of you ladies are. I was left a little high and dry by someone that I had been going with for 15 years, the love of my life, and he's left me. And I'm all alone. And I have my oldest son who lives with me. I have best friends, Jan Mathis Downing, Brenda Finch, Donna K. Frisbee, Jennifer, beautiful with brains. I have best friends that have my back in this. Faye Hassard, I'm just going to call you Little Gladys, okay, because you sing so beautifully well. All my friends have my back. Even my male friends, they all have my back. Many of you know that I worked in Nashville, Tennessee as a music consultant to rising stars trying to get in music, and I do have some rising stars up there working right now. They are absolutely wonderful. I look for some of them to just head for the stratosphere. And some of my best friends in Nashville that know this musician that left me, and I loved him, and he loved me, and he got mad at me and threw a fit. And so, what should I say? Knowing I'm a Christian, should I get on Facebook and talk negative about him and say he's a jerk with a 3-year-old attitude? He sucks his thumb and he's a crybaby if he doesn't get his way? No. Absolutely not. I'm not going to say all that about this guy. I'm going to say what a wonderful guy. And my motto is going to be like my cowgirl friend, beautiful Kawana across the branch, was giving me some advice the other day. And she said, here is your attitude, baby. Your attitude should say, next. And that's all. And I'm going to tell you people that I would like to see who is talking today. Can I see your comments? I'm going to go down a little bit. I want to see who is here with me today. Is anybody listening to me today? I have got to see about my roses. I've got to feed those kittens. I have a lot to do. I have wonderful books coming out. I have a novel I'm writing about some girls that go in a little small group across the country looking for adventure. And of course, there's seniors like me, and they're going to go across the country. And I had one lady that did write me a letter, and she did ask me, if I could, this lady did ask me if I could do a video on something other than just chat. And I am doing that. In fact, friends, I am doing that on TikTok. And I am going to be this thing is going, but I don't see my friends on here. Does anybody have any idea how to get this thing going? Okay, hang on. Okay, let's see what happens with this thing. We are continuing this thing, but I really wanted to. I really wanted to see some comments, and I do. I did have one lady say to me the other day on here that I had wonderful cheekbones. Where did I get those cheekbones? And I said, well, honey, I sure didn't get them at Walmart. I said, I was born with these cheekbones, and I once had a photographer from a magazine that was really big in that day and time called Southern Living. I don't know if Southern Living's even printing anymore, but he had just done a photo shoot in Nashville with, I think it was Barbara Mandrell, whom I just love so dearly. I don't love her like I love Crystal Gale. I love that Lynn family. My daddy was friends with Loretta Lynn's husband, too. Now, anyway, I love you all. I'm trying to figure out this chat stuff here. Let me just see if I can get that to showing. But right now, I'm going to close. I'm gone. I'm going out there and cranking that car up that's got that new water pump in it. And we are going to rock and roll that car all the way to town so I can get more, what? Cat food. See ya later, alligators.